Mercury retrograde this time around over the last month or so brought us many lessons related to family, our emotional world, our inner world, and our relationships. And yes, it might have felt a little bit messy over the last few weeks, but this messiness, this rumination, this contemplation is truly meant to kind of bring more clarity. So, in the coming days, in the coming weeks, you'll find more clarity related to those topics. And you will find yourself perhaps having a new perspective on the way that you are in partnership, the way that relationships show up in your life, how you show up in them, as well as how you handle, how you manage your internal world, and how you connect with your intuition, with that deep knowing and that deep wisdom that reside in all of us. So just take a moment now to see what comes up as you think about what has Mercury retrograde brought up for you? What is the clarity that is kind of becoming a little bit more clear? You may feel that there's still a bit of intensity or even some distance that you kind of want to have with your emotions. And that is because we have a full moon in Aquarius coming up. And full moons are usually more emotional. They bring up a lot of feelings. It's about releasing, it's about celebration, it's about really seeing all of our manifestations. But when a full moon is in the sign of Aquarius, it's a little bit more aloof. And so I invite you to think about things that you may be avoiding. And the sign of Aquarius is one that desires freedom, wants autonomy, wants to live life on their own terms. And this full moon is very poignant. It's very important because if you've kind of been with me over the last few months, maybe even follow me on social and see the forecast I've been putting out into the world, sharing about what 2026 is like. 2026 is a two-part episode. And this weekend, we begin part two. And it's really kind of like even a perfect moment because it's in the middle of the year that we make this change. But what we are ending, what we are completing are things related to, allowing ourselves to release control, allowing ourselves to prioritize wellness. And what does it mean to feel burnout and kind of how to reduce that in our lives? And knowing that sometimes, the plans that we have for ourselves, they don't work out the ways we want them to, but that doesn't mean that there isn't something better and grander for ourselves. It has truly been a lesson of leaning into faith and trust and really being in the process rather than wanting to get to the destination. So these lessons are coming to a close, and so it might feel a little bit intense, as these last few days before we kind of make this change. And this change that is coming up has everything to do with this Aquarius energy of freedom, of liberation, of bringing together community. Most importantly, it's about values. So in the latter half of the year, it's going to continue to build upon things that we've already seen so far in terms of you will no longer be able to live in incongruency. And what does that mean? Anyone in your life that does not align with your values, what you find important, you're going to start to shed and let go. And with this full moon in Aquarius, you might be experiencing this already. And this could look like really seeing quite clearly that this job that you have is no longer in alignment to your values. It could be certain relationships that need to change. Like you need to show up differently because you're not happy in these relationships. You feel like there's more that you're giving than receiving. So be curious about how the desire for freedom shows up in your life. And this change also means that we are looking and seeking to find more ways to feel confident from the inside out. to experience more ego deaths, to peel back the layers of the superficiality and the things that other people in society place upon us of who we should be, where we should be in our life right now, and just letting go of all of that so that we can live a more authentic and aligned life. So, lots of things happening this next week. And on the same day that we have this full moon in Aquarius on Wednesday, July 29th, we will also have this window of time where there's a lot of luck when you put yourself out there, when you allow yourself to be seen in new ways and seen in the way that you truly want to be seen. And this is a lesson that will compound over the next year and a half. So how do you advocate for yourself more? How do you let your inner light shine even brighter?